Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today we're going through some speed and agility ladders here with PHENOM Training, my speed and agility coach. I just wanted to do a voiceover and let you guys kind of see the stuff that I do for a little bit of the speed and quickness aspect of my game. So after we get a little warm up in, we normally do the ladders for a little bit, and then we get into a lot of these change of direction drills that we're going through here. So as you can tell in the video, it's me and my brother, and then we are going with some football players as well in these. So my biggest thing is that if you've ever watched American football, some football players, especially at the skill position, have some of the quickest feet in the world. So we figured that by training with some football players and really working on foot speed and placement and change of direction, it helps translate into our game. It definitely has. I've worked with Ken for since 2016, 2017, a year after I graduated high school, and my speeds improved tremendously, and just footwork has increased tremendously. And playing soccer, you got to have footwork and everything. So that's the biggest thing that we work on here is change of direction, foot placement, foot speed, and just speed and agility. So you guys can see here with the first one, the first guideline we do, I don't know the name of it, but it's basically like you're taking your outside foot, touching it to the inside, then you shuffle across other side, then you go all the way through. Ken then goes and switches it up for us a little bit here. So that first time there, I believe we were on the right side, and now we're doing the left side. So most of the time we try to work both sides. So if you're going to the right, then we work going to the left. That way we work out any of those muscle imbalances there could be. So you're just getting low here, across, up, across, back, up, across again, and then you're just accelerating. So there I go, you just accelerate through. This is my brother's, this is about like his second or third week working with Ken. He's a junior in high school, center mid, so trying to work on a lot of his change of direction and speed. So this should be a good way for him to kind of improve in that area. I pretty much trained my brother at a college pace. He's trying to play in college just like I'm finishing in college, so I'm already trying to get him up to pace with how we train in the college game. That way he's not surprised by it once he gets into college and starts playing. You see, that was a good rep there. He stayed low. He's explosive through the whole cut. Then I go here, so same thing. Let me know if you guys would like to hear maybe some things that Ken has to say, because he has his whole belief behind why we do the things that we do and how it improves, because these are football players. He works with lacrosse players. We're his only soccer athletes, I believe. And then he has a couple, he works with basketball as well. But everybody's like, he's had since I started working with him in 2016, he's had numbers of people go Division 1 on to the next level. So people like myself, Division 2, Division 1 guys. He's seen it all pretty much. My brother goes here. One thing Ken always harps on is that your arms help you. Like one of the first things we worked on was just my arm movement, and that by itself increased my speed off the ball. So like chasing people down on counterattacks, and when you lose possession, just getting back in the picture, just being more efficient when you're running. So using your arms. So some sessions with Ken, we just do the hurdles like we're doing in this whole session here. Some sessions we mix it up where we'll do a couple hurdles, and then we'll have some resistance bands like tied to us as you sprint, so you can go about 50% of your weight. So here we move on to the next one here. So he's a defensive back, so he's working on some of the more sports specific things for defensive back. So it's the same drill, he's just specified it for his use to help him most in his sport. So like when we go, you won't see us do the same things, but we're going to go through the same ladders. So you can see here he's a running back, so he has the ball in his hand, so he's working sports specific, which is one of the key things when we're training. Sports specific, do things that you would do in a game. So you won't see any of us holding a football because we don't play that sport, but you won't see us maybe going backwards. Maybe we move a little backwards, but for the most part a lot of the things we do are going forwards. Side shuffles would probably be the closest thing to backwards that we maybe get to. So this one's a little bit challenging here that Ken set up for us. So we're going to go icky shuffle through, weave all the way. You're going to go high knees all the way back, and then you go straight through the hurdles and accelerate through. Then I go here, same thing, icky shuffle, trying to quick feet all the way, high knees all the way through, then accelerate. I can't tell in this session if we're wearing the K bands in this session, so K bands help to utilize your glutes while you're running, and it helps with your knee drive. So here my brother goes, same thing, quick feet through, high knees all the way, that's good. Good, and then accelerate through. So lots of change of directions. Same thing, so you see he's doing it more specific to the sport that he does, making it a little bit more sport specific for him. Same thing again here. Notice how he's staying low through the whole drill. It's probably one of the first things that I learned was if you're trying to change directions and you're standing straight up, like I'm 6'1", and a half, so if I'm trying to change directions on the field and I'm standing at 6'1", I'm going to get burned every 50-50 ball, but the lower you are, the easier it is and the more explosive of a cut you can make. So here, second rep, definitely a lot better there, all the way through. That was a pretty good rep right there, I would say. Let's see what my brother ends up doing here. I wish I could show you, I wish I had footage from the first day he worked with PHENOM training so you guys could see what his footwork was. It wasn't bad, but we always try to challenge and make it go to a whole nother level. So it may look a little rusty now, but he's come pretty far away from day one. So that's all it's about, is every time you come in, just get a little bit better, a little bit, work on something new. You go in, you say, I'm going to work on my left foot, I'm going to work on this, just something new. Then we moved on to another drill here. So you're weaving the whole time. He's weaving. So he's working on his sport-specific stuff there. And then once you get to the end, he's accelerating out. And you guys couldn't see, but there was a ball that was thrown to him. So same thing here. If you're standing straight up, you're not going to be able to change directions very efficiently and explosively. So you're going to have to stay low, stay on your toes, make sure that you can move. For my defenders out there, if you notice anytime you've been beat before in a 1v1, ask yourself if you were standing straight up, because then you can change directions. So here he shuffles through, high knees all the way, and then once he gets to the end, explode and he's out. So here I go, trying to stay low, working on the knee drive of my So even just from there watching that, I could already see that once I got to the end there was even like a half-second split of hesitation, which definitely can be worked on. That was pretty good right there. We then go again, so now he's just changed the direction he was facing, gets to the end, explodes. Oh, it's a good rep right there. So the first time I went shuffling, so here notice staying low, trying to stay low, and then get out. I don't know if you guys could have seen, but there was a false step in there. That false step is an extra second wasted. It's basically just an inefficient way to push off and drive. So that was a good one right there. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. If you guys want to see some more stuff like this, and some of the other agility stuff that we do. If you guys want to see the ladders and some of the ladder things that we do, I can show you guys that stuff. There's a couple stuff we do with the ladders, sports specific to soccer, that is. They have their own sports specific things that they do for football, but I can show you the soccer ones if that's some stuff you guys are interested in. And he gets out. So another thing there, you can see with the bands on, it makes you want to awkwardly swing your leg out and try to avoid the hurdle. So with those bands on, you got to fight the urge to swing your leg around the hurdle and get your foot over the hurdle. That way you're working on your knee drive. So that was another running back there. So you guys can see we're pretty much training with a lot of different athletes here that are all just trying to work on their footwork and foot speed. When we train with our ball, we do our own sport-specific things, but when it comes to the speed and agility, a lot of these sports, the footwork and the quick feet, a lot of things translate right over to soccer. If you look at how a soccer player changes direction, how a defensive back in football changes direction, how a tennis player changes direction, you'll find that all of us have a lot of things in common. How we stop, how we start, a lot of those things stay in common. So here we're with Ken again, and we can't remember if this was the last one we did for this day. So you guys can see the pattern here. It may look simple on camera, but I promise you that when you put when you put these hurdles down and you try it in full speed, you'll get to see where your coordination is very quickly. Especially like you see like right now. Like right now, my brother, he's just trying to get a feel for it because half of it is just the coordination aspect of it. Go forward there, then you're gonna go all the way across. So forward, back, sideways, all the way back, accelerate, sideways, and then you get out. If you guys watched the other video that I had, you'll see that a lot of the time when we're doing the ball tosses, we're incorporating the foot speed stuff so that you're never standing still. You're ready to move. Always be ready to move. You'll hear it from the top of the line, professional coaches, college coaches, that you'll pass and move, pass and move. Get used to not sitting on your heels, being able to move reactive. So that was a pretty good one right there. Nice and clean, we're staying low. So here I go, all the way through, slow down, then go again. So this one is really working. You're working at the beginning there, you accelerate, then you go sideways again, and then you accelerate all the way out through again. So once again, you can see my brother trying to get a little bit of the coordination aspect of it down before he goes sideways all the way back, accelerate, slow down, all the way sideways, and then accelerate again. Forward, back, sideways, all the way back, accelerate, slow down, sideways, and then go. It's good here, stays low, shuffles sideways, and then he gets out. So you guys can see all the different aspects here. So as you doing, Ken has us doing high knees, changing direction, left, right, sideways, forwards, backwards. So here, shuffling through. So I think there I think he told me I was supposed to do high knees. I can't remember what he told me on the spot that day, but either way, I'm sure. When he's there, then you get out. So there, my right foot should have come back inside that hurdle before I took off. So hope you guys have enjoyed some of the stuff here. Leave a comment, share, subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. Give me lots of feedback. First time uploading some of the training footage that I've normally been doing while I've been in college training. So let me know what you guys think and some stuff you guys would like to see in the future. Go follow PHENOM Training. He always has a bunch of my videos out there, so you guys can see kind of the stuff that we normally do. But appreciate y'all watching. Take it easy.